How many fingers you got?
I got all 10, man. Oh, look at you. Were you an engineer?
No, I was a crew chief.
Oh,
Actually, here, this is what chopped him off right here. Actually,
no shit.
it was this piece of F-16 on the
Oh,
tail.
wow.
So yeah, we were in Iraq on my birthday, man. The mortars coming in, and yeah, it was at basically 2 a.m. on my birthday, 30 miles north of Baghdad. So it was a good birthday.
It's a good birthday. It's a good story.
Yeah,
You
that
gotta
was
miss
pretty
those
cool.
birthdays. I that's about 2 birthdays out there, and I was like, I'm good. Dude. I don't want to do this
I
no
know
more.
this one wasn't one to forget. So, but
Right?
let's see. I got my raising the bar. See that? They got paper, rock, and safety scissors.
Ain't stressing my name right now cause everything's straight. I'm feeling so grateful, thinking my makeup for this wonderful day. Ain't tripping on them right now cause everything's straight. I'm feeling so grateful, thinking my makeup for this wonderful day. Hey.
What's up, guys? Good evening, man. This is Sergeant G from the Stone Vet, man. I'm coming to you with Mr. Justin here from the VRV. I don't know how familiar you guys are with what VRV stands for, but this guy right here is doing veterans referring veterans. He's another vet, but you won't. Bet you guess what branch he's from. I bring these people on a lot, man. These damn chair force people, they ain't got nothing else better to do, man. But this man, he served his time. He did his time. He's got his combat injuries. I mean, this guy, he went to the damn sandbox like the majority of us have done in our lifetime, our generation, right? That's what we talk about, these wartime stories. We're them war vets that we always made fun of back in the day, right? When we were younger, we became those guys, you know. I got him here from the he started his own business. Well, I wouldn't even say really it's a business, but more of a purpose, right? This is what we talk about in the Stone Vet, is providing a purpose. What is our purpose after serving in the military? We no longer got anybody telling you what to do, how to do, when to do it. What do you do now, right? So right here, Justin came on. He said, fuck, I'm gonna start promoting veteran-owned businesses, veteran nonprofits. This is a good purpose, right? Absolutely, man. A lot of people, man, we forget things can be made in America. A lot of things coming from China and all over the damn place. But what are we doing here in America to continue providing great services that we're doing? So he's going through and he's getting with veteran-owned businesses, helping them promote, helping them get out there. He's been showing me some cool. We were chatting for a little bit before we got started. He's showing me some glass blowing, man, that they're doing here, that they're doing there in Colorado, man. He's in Colorado right now. We know it's getting cold in Colorado right now. It's that time of the year where the snow starts falling, the wind starts blowing, man. But I'm excited to bring him on to talk about what he's doing and how he's helping veterans continue with the purpose, continue with providing a necessity to help us other veterans that are trying to find a purpose. Hey, Justin, go ahead and tell us a little bit about your time in the service and where you're going now. What's your goals and where you're headed right now?
Hey, man. No, thanks. I appreciate it, man. So super nice to meet you. And then you're one of these awesome, amazing veterans that I see making them strides forward too over on this. We met on the good old tickety tockety. Trying to jump over there and spread the good word of the VRV. But yeah, man. No, I appreciate you having me on here, man. So me, I guess. So I keep looking over here because there's like a fire like blowing
I
up. I'm
thought
here in
there's a
Colorado,
big
and it's
fire
like
in Colorado right now.
we got tons of big fires, but this is like a structural fire right now. That looks like it's over by Bass Pro. So sorry if I'm keep like looking
No,
over here.
absolutely. You gotta watch your house. Make sure that thing don't catch on fire.
I'm on the right channel to see smoking going on in your channel, right? But no, man. So I did just under 17 years in the Air Force. I'm from Colorado. Yeah, I did the Air Force thing. I was the F-16 crew chief. Went literally all over the world. I don't know how many times. I guess the big highlights there was, it was freaking awesome. I was over in Italy when September 11th and all that stuff happened. So it was a whole different ball game when September 11th happened.
Oh, absolutely.
With, the way we saw it, and then because you get a lot of these people that joined like after 9/11.
Oh
which
yeah,
is super great.
I was in Okinawa. Yeah, I remember September. I was in Okinawa in the middle of a typhoon. I was like, "Yeah, what movie you guys watching?" I said, "That's the freaking New York City right now, man."
Dude,
I was like, "Damn."
Yeah, they came across AFN. AFN.
Yeah, AFN. Yeah.
And they were like, hey, there was because it was like 5 o'clock my time. over in Italy, and they were like, yeah, it's there was a small. We have reports of a small plane crash towards the White House, and we're like, what? What's going on? And they cut out, and then they're doing the music, then they cut back in, and they were like, something about an attack, and then the captain came down and was like, hey, you guys need to come up to my office. We're working out in the hangar. And so we go up there, and there's some old tube TVs up on like the old teachers used to have on those
the little
dolly things.
they pushed in. You're like, oh, movie day.
The laser disc out. But yeah, man, he turned on the TV, or he had flipped the TV around, and all I saw was smoke, and all this crap was going on, and then something was falling. We're like, the hell's that? We're like, oh, he's like, that's the tower too. We're like, what? So we came up, and the other tower was going down. The next thing you know, we're going on high alert because we were supposedly going to freaking Russia to go bomb from Russia. I was like, oh, this would be sweet. We were super stoked, but it was funny, just kind of way side note about that. But they were like, I don't know how it was out in Okinawa. I'm sure it's the same, but they're like, all right, so locked down the base, had everything crazy locked down. Canadians are out there and stuff with us, and they're like, look, if you leave the base, you gotta act like you're not American. You got to blend in with the community. And Aviano's separated into like 5 different places. So like our barracks and all that was like what, 2-3 miles away. So we're out in the local communities. It was way different setup. They're like, when you leave the base, make sure you're dressing and acting like the local community. And then we're all looking around, and then there's my black friend over there, like,
how the hell am I supposed to blend in?
I'm supposed to act Italian, but
I mean,
but no, yeah. But then we had the AFI plates, right? You know, so it was like American plates, but they said AFI on it, and not like the Euro plates. So, anyways, it was a different ball game over there with 9/11. We already were, as a military community out there, we already were tight knit. With everything being overseas, you know, it didn't matter what, we were all wearing the uniform. It didn't matter color, religion, anything. None of that freaking mattered.
That's how it is. I mean, when you're serving, it don't matter.
Yeah.
Y'all green. Some of y'all light green, some of y'all dark green, but y'all damn green. I don't give a damn what shade you are, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And so that's, you know, when seeing that with all of us over there, it made our bond so much freaking stronger. So it was a different ball game. But anyways, yeah, man, served all around the world. Lost my fingers in Iraq on my birthday. Came back after that and became a single dad with 2 beautiful daughters. They went through a lot of crap. So I mean, for me being a male in the military station in Utah, to have full custody of my 2 daughters says a little bit of what they went through, and they're still going through. So anyways, yeah, I did that. And then I had to fight the trying to med retire me, boot me out with my fingers, had to fight with all that stuff. Ended up staying in and finishing out as long as I could. Then it came down to some other crap that was related. So
that's one thing I've learned. I work for the Air Force right now, and that's one thing I learned. Boy, they will fire your ass quicker than anything. Hey, you sneeze the wrong way, you're fired. Get the hell out of here.
You're a
I'm
number,
like, man. I said, I know. I met one guy. He's Air Force. He's like, yeah, they kicked me out. I had 1 DUI, and they kicked me out. I said, they kicked you out after 1 DUI? I said, what the hell is that, dude? He's like, yeah. I said, man, I had staff sergeant. He had like 16 DUIs when I knew it. But he was still serving. I mean, he didn't get high. He didn't rank, but he stayed in. They didn't kick him out.
Yeah, it's I think it all depends on the era you're serving at too, man. Because there's I know when they had that huge drawdown, God, what was that, 2012, they had that huge drawdown with the Obama administration.
Oh yeah.
Man, you couldn't do nothing. You came in with your freaking boots not tied right. You're gone, man. Article 15. See you later.
Right. You're like, yeah, no, I had a Marine. He was like that, man. This guy was he was squared away. Like so like they say in the Marine Corps, E1 through E4 is pretty much a give. E4, you gotta earn some. If you do your PT scores, you do your rifle range, you do everything you're required to do, you're gonna get your E4.
Yeah.
But after that, to get your E5, for me, it took me 6 years to pick up E5. 6 years. I was like, fuck, dude, like it took me forever. I did 9 and it took me 6 just to get up E5, you know? Mm-hmm. And this guy, he was squared away, man. He was a black belt Marine Corps martial arts, a perfect freaking PT, perfect CFT. Every PME that he had to do, he did. He was an all-around, just a perfect Marine. They booted his ass out. They said, we're not promoting E5s in your MOS. We're kicking you out. I was like, he did 8 years. And I was like, son of a bitch, dude. He's like, you telling me this sucks. Now I got to get out and try to figure out what the hell am I supposed to do now? Like, I put all my time and effort to make sure that I could be squared away and have my shit together so I can get promoted.
Right.
And they're not promoting anybody.
Yeah.
I was like, that's bullshit, man.
Yeah.
Damn,
No, that's hard, man. Because even, that's one of the things with the VRV, I guess what I didn't, hindsight looking in why it kind of got established. But whether it be a medical discharge or whatever, even so many people are like going to that retirement and they've got a plan. It's a different ball game once you step outside of that, you take that uniform off for the last time. You may have your career set up and all that, but you've got a huge chunk of your life that's gone. Like,
it's gone, yeah.
It's from you go from looking out for how many people that are under your supervision and everybody else, and all of a sudden all that's gone, and you're like, I got to worry about me now. I'm like, what's going on? Yeah, right. And so, but yeah, man, I ended up getting the med retirement, which was good. Because I got that blue card, so get on my not cheap meds still. So it's great. I love it, man. Because I got all the benefits, none of the BS, man. So I retired out of California, and then moved back here to Colorado. Because moving, one of the reasons I joined was to go out and see the world and all that. And after seeing everything, I was like, man, I had so much here in Colorado that I took for granted, basically. So coming back here is absolutely beautiful. I love it. And
that's what a lot of people forget, man. People may like when I was young, man. I left here at 17. I joined Marine Corps at 17 years old. I was like, I gotta get out of Oklahoma. I'm done. I can't do this no more. I don't want to be here anymore. Like, there's nothing here for me. I met my wife right before I joined, and I was like, we got to get out of here. Like, I was going to be a reservist. I was like, I'll be a reservist. And then after talking more and more and more, I was like, fuck this. I'm going to go active duty. I'll go active duty Marine Corps. How hard can this shit be, right? It can't be any harder than what the hell I'm dealing with right now, Well, I learned my lesson real fast. but I traveled the world. I traveled, I got to travel a little bit here and there and stuff like that, and got my wife. It was better for us because the way we were raised, I mean, my parents divorced when I was 12. My wife didn't have either one of her parents. She belonged to the state. And so she was moving from aunts and uncles that, okay, I can't take care of you right now. I got to give you to your other aunt or whatever, So she didn't have a stable household. And I was like, we got to get out of here. So we left. And after I did my time, I did 9 years. I was like, I'm going back to fucking Oklahoma. I'm done. I said, I've seen the world. I said, it's cheap here. I said, it's cheap. They let you have your guns. They let you love the Lord as much as you want. I said, they don't look down at you. And I was like, I'm coming back. And that's what I tell a lot of these kids I meet. You meet a lot of kids out here. We interact. I mean, running Rafa 180 and stuff like that. You meet a lot of people, and then they bring their kids in to talk about, natural healings and stuff like. I want to get out of Oklahoma. I hate Oklahoma. I said, go leave Oklahoma for a little bit. You'll be back. It's okay. You'll be back. You'll come back home. They're like, what? I said, go and experience life. See what life's like in other states. See how they're doing it, like you in California. See how life's like in California. With your referring veterans, how long have you been doing this now? You said you've been doing it for a little bit, not too long though.
So yeah, this thing's just a baby. We just hit our 2-year mark, so it's just a little baby. It kind of came from. So flashing back real quick. So I got out of the military. What the hell do I do with my life? Of course, like any other veteran, I use my GI Bill and let's go to community college. So went to doing the community college. Well, I was working at a retail store here because I'm 100% with the VA, but I can still work and all that. And I'm not one that I can't sit around, man. And they told me that too. Like, honestly, the VA told me that too. When I was getting out, they're like, look, with all your stuff, you need to keep going. You need to keep something going in your life. And that was like, honestly, the best piece of advice like he ever had. So that, and he says like, don't go to the VA, don't go to the VA. I was like, cool.
Well, hey, let's break to a commercial break real quick. Thank our sponsors, and then we'll come right back to continue talking about the movements you're making with the VRV.
We would like to give a huge thanks to Rafa 180 for being a sponsor. Rafa 180 offers pure medicinal CBD. They walk alongside individuals to achieve a healthy lifestyle with options needed by each person. You can learn more about them on Facebook at Rafa CBD, their website www.rafa180.com, or email at rafacbd@gmail.com. They truly believe your journey matters.
right, guys. I hope you like that commercial by Rafa 180. Like I said, man, if you own a small business, similar like how this guy here with the VRV is doing, I'm gonna leave a description down in the detail box down below. If you need a commercial, you need something done for your business, you want to promote your business on the Stone Vet to continue allowing me to be able to tape these shows, bringing other brothers and sisters on the show to discuss what they're talking about, how they're providing a purpose, how they found their purpose after serving the military. Go ahead and email me. We'll talk some details, and I'll get your logos on here and start promoting you so other people can see your businesses and where you're located. Hell, you never know who's close to you to be like, yeah, I can use that type of service right now. I need that kind of service. And who else would I rather hire? I'd rather hire a brother to be able to come do me and help take care of me, man. But we're back with Justin here from the VRV.
Still got that blue card, thank goodness. But anyways, so I found, like, my last couple of years in the military, I rediscovered fishing, right? Mm-hmm. So fishing, I found, was my therapy. So it was absolutely amazing. It was just the calmness of the water, just total peaceful. And I was out in California, out in the middle of the desert. We had this like pond that nobody knew about, and we were catching all sorts of fish. I'd be up there, from catching largemouth bass during the day. Then at night I'd come back midnight, 2 a.m, and me and the dog are just out catfishing. It was amazing. So so I was like, I'll go work at this new retail store, the one that might be on fire right now that I'm looking at. But I quickly discovered I never worked retail before in my life, and I quickly found out that you really get treated like a number down there. And the amount of money I was getting paid there, and I was in charge of the whole front half of the store. I was like the lead position. So I was like, every night I was locking up the safe. I had to account for all the money in the store, this and that. I was like, you're only paying me X amount of dollars. I'm like, someone comes in here, whether they have a gun or not, I'm going to be helping them load up this grocery cart.
Shit, I'm help them. I'm like, yo, let me get half, dude. Let me get half. I was like, I don't know who the hell did it.
It did, yeah. But it's not like they're going to find my fingerprints. But but no, I was like, I could go back to school.
Yeah, you ain't got no fingerprints.
So I could go back to school though, and I would be making $500 more a month just by going
to school, right?
4 classes a semester. I'm like, I'm stupid. Because
right.
I told the kids when I get out of the military, I was like, look, I'm gonna be home. I'm not gonna be working weekends, and I'm gonna be home during the holidays now, this and that. Boy, was I wrong. So anyways, did the school route, and into my school route, I because when I got out too, I wanted nothing to do with the military. I didn't want to see anybody in uniform. I didn't want to do anything with any veterans.
Right down the freaking street from damn.
Yeah, here I am in Colorado Springs, where it's like freaking military hub with everybody. I'm looking at the Air Force Academy right now on my back window. But I was like, oh my gosh, it was just I don't know. There was just a lot when I was leaving the military and stuff, and I think with the abrupt getting out, it was just hard. So wanted nothing to do with it, even though like they were like, you need to get involved with these different programs for veterans and this and that. And I found myself, every one I was getting into, there was a lot of negativity surrounding it. There was a lot of entitlement. There was a lot of I don't know, stuff that it just wasn't me. It was just really bringing me down. I guess just the kind of complaining. It wasn't very good for me. I'll say just for me. But then so my father does real estate. He's really good in real estate here with all this stuff, and I found myself kind of trailing, like shadowing him. It was fun because he was always helping out. You're helping out people, finding houses and this and that. And so I eventually got into real estate, and this is while I was still doing my school stuff. So the veterans, I started to meet veterans in the school stuff and doing the community college thing, and we were like instant like best friends. I was like, so it's kind of my turning my eye to the veteran thing. And then actually the thing that really kind of turned me over was I don't know how they got wind of me, but they sent a representative down this Project Healing Waters fly fishing, and they sent a person down like, hey, we want to bring you out there, Like, dude, I can't fly fish. I was like, I can't even tie a freaking knot with my stupid fingers, They're like, oh, we do everything for you. And that community, the Project Healing Waters, really helped like save me, man. They were freaking great, like, and really opened my eyes to like the positive veteran communities that are out there. And it was just unbelievable. So they're near and dear to my heart. But so stepping back, so with my real estate ended up taking off relatively quickly. And with my real estate, any, you know, as well as I do, any referral you're putting out there, whether it's good or bad, is coming back to you, right? So
Absolutely.
my name's on that freaking referral. So I found myself only using veteran-owned businesses. It really started with Daily with Moonlight Cleaning that I met in community college because he was just starting up his business too, and he was doing this carpet cleaning stuff. So the veterans that I was using would show up on time, show up early, like are on time, like 10 minutes early,
Right.
and putting their heart and soul into everything. And they're treating my clients like actual people. You know what I mean? They were just like, bam. So that's how really this kind of begun. With my real estate stuff, I started going to networking events and stuff like that, which was good, but I was still missing. What I found out I was missing was that community camaraderie that we had in the military, because I was looking for that and I couldn't find it. And everybody was kind of saying like, oh, this networking group is super good, they're so blah 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 blah, so close and helping each other out. But I go and it
wasn't what you, it's not, and I think that's the biggest thing of us serving is that we miss the camaraderie. That's why I do these shows. That's why I do these shows, so that, hey, just turn it on in the background and just feel like you have somebody there with you. You're like, dude can relate to me. He can relate. I know exactly what he's talking about, because we lose it. I mean, like I said, I work on an Air Force base, dude. There ain't no fucking camaraderie in the Air Force. For whatever reason, these people that I work with, I'm like, you guys don't fucking go out to dinner. You guys don't barbecue together. You guys
there's different things with the Air Force. There
are. And I was like, you guys, I said, this is why we make fun of you guys, because you guys ain't fucking, you guys don't stick together. You guys stab each other in the back, man.
Yeah, that's what it's like when I go up to the Air Force Academy. It's like when you got a whole thing of water full of pepper and you put the salt in there and they all separate. That's like everybody thinks on freaking Marines or Army all the time, all the freaking time. I was like, no.
Well, I mean, because you have that mentality, but like you said, you're in the Air Force, but you was a crew chief. You were a guy that actually had to get your ass. You had to bust your knuckles, and you actually had to work for a living. You weren't pushing the keyboard all freaking day and just trying to do, sitting behind a desk and oh yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am type thing.
It was a totally different side of it. So it was I was glad I was on that side of it because it was super freaking good. Absolutely. On that side of it while I was serving.
I got a guy that I work with. He's my UDM, and he's I talked to him. I said, dude, you should have been a fucking Marine. The way you acting, the way he's a crew chief. He's a crew chief. Like, he's a crew chief for fighters too, and he's like. Now he's up here. He works for a 1-star. He's the 1-star's bitch, pretty much. And I was like, he's like, this sucks. I hate this shit. I was like, yeah, but you're sitting up here. At least you sitting here, you're gonna get that extra stripe. You're gonna pick up that AC.
Paycheck's the same, man. Your paycheck's the same.
It's still the same, yeah. But he's just like, I was like, at least here they're gonna say, oh, he worked for a 1-star. He's got more pool to get his extra stripe than if he was fucking busting his knuckles. You know what I'm saying?
Some drives me up a wall.
It's stupid. You know how the promotions work, man. Oh, it looks good. He worked for a 1-star. He's like, I fucking hate this job. I swear to you, I can't wait till I can leave this shit. He's like, I'm doing my time and I'm leaving. I'm pushing it out like I'm out of here. I can't. But everybody that sat up there has gotten their extra stripe from sitting up there. And I was like, that's what you're in it for, man. You're in to get paid, right? You're doing a job. You got to make sure you get promoted, you get pushed,
Yeah, and in the end, it's all about you and your family and yourself, because the Air Force ain't going to be there at your bedside when you're gone. You know what I mean? No. You got to look out for yourself.
They'll fire you and they'll find somebody else to replace your ass. It's that simple.
Yep, exactly. So, but yeah, man, obviously a lot of us learned that relatively quick. And then with me getting out and pushing these businesses, I found that when I was going to these networking events, none of these small veteran-owned businesses that I knew weren't going to these events or anything like that. And it's because they were always freaking working all the damn time, So at the beginning, we were like, why don't we set up like something like, at the time, it was just like, set up something on Facebook for us, and the name came to me like freaking right away with Veterans Referring Veterans, where it was going to be all about us business owners. It's going to be locked down to straight up just us and helping each other out. And if someone's got something secret coming up or whatever, we can help each other and promote each other, here in the Colorado Springs, and just boost each other's businesses, really.
Absolutely.
And then literally within a week from, it was actually the guy that made my logos, Mike. He was Air Force vet. I didn't know at the time because he made my cards. my real estate cards. I don't have one on me because I told
He's like, I didn't
like,
bring nothing with me, man.
so
Come on a show that have
I didn't know this was
nothing
gonna be
around
on video, but yeah, I told him I was like, because my I was telling you earlier, my fingers, my running joke, and this is like literally one of my jokes from like the day after I lost my fingers. Well, when I could see him after the bandages, was raising the bar. So there's those that know the old Singular commercials. There's raising the bar.
Raising the bar.
So
Man,
I
you can't
took
talk about
that-
Singular. Don't nobody know about Singular, man.
I know. It sucks. But they
I
had,
remember. I had Singular. I was with Singular.
I know I was too, and then AT&T took it over.
AT&T bought them out. I was like, damn it.
I know.
Damn it.
But yeah, man, we had but I told Mike, because Mike made my real estate cards, and I was like, because here in Colorado Springs, everything's like, everybody's like, oh, veteran this, we're veteran that, and they're not even freaking veterans. They're like, oh, we're the help PCS people. I don't know, something. I'm like, are you guys even vets? No, but we know. Can I? So with my real estate cards, it's the same crap. You know, real estate people, it's the same boring crap over and over again. You'll have a picture of the dumb town, whatever. I took my raising the bar. We put it raising the bar in real estate. So my logo has my fingers going up, but they're just kind of like almost like type things that says raising the bar in real estate. So it sounds super cheesy, and it was, oh, this guy's raising.
No, man, because you can actually go like,
yeah, and then when I show them, they're like, oh. So I'll get it all the time. They're like, hey, wait, you're the guy with the fingers, right? I'm like, yeah. So that's the only thing that I guess would be veteran with my real estate stuff, and until they actually know me. But where was it going with all that? But anyways, yeah, we had the I told Mike that I made the cards because he killed my logo. It was amazing. I said, Mike, I got this idea for the VRV thing going on. This is what I've got in mind. And because I had a picture of an eagle with, as like you can see my background there.
Yeah.
I grew this ghetto sketch. Mike, I call Mike the Rain Man of freaking graphic design, man, because he'll take what's ever in your mind and slap it on paper and just light it up.
Awesome,
It's
man. Some
crazy.
people got some skills like that, man.
Oh, dude, he's good. But I was like, hey, man, this is the idea I got coming up, but we're going to make a Facebook group, so I need a logo for it. But I need a veteran-owned business. Do you know how many graphic designers that are a veteran? He's like, dude, that's me. And I was like, what?
I do. That's what I
I've known
do.
him for like 5 years now. I had no idea he'd served. So that was my first kind of thing that'll come in later a bit. But he's like, yeah, man. He's like, I freaking love that idea, but why do you have it locked down to just the vets? I was like, we're just helping each other out. No one else is doing it, blah, 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 blah. He's like, yeah, but other people want to go and support these veterans. So that turned the idea of making this, instead of a closed lockdown Facebook group, to making the website where it's like, I guess the closest thing is basically it's like Angie's List, but for veteran-owned businesses and
That's
nonprofits.
awesome.
Wanted people to just come in, be able to find these veteran businesses wherever they're at, and use and support them. So at my 6-month mark, my goal was to have a veteran business on the outside of Colorado, right? That was my goal. At my 6-month mark, what actually happened was, by this time I was actually global, because I had a Marine, an active duty Marine, actually I got 2 veteran businesses that are over in Germany. One takes coins and molds them into rings, and the other does home cleaning services. So I was literally global. And then we had our first social networking event at it's called Kehomac. And it's this multi-million-dollar facility that's owned by a veteran that restructures F-16 C5s, does all this stuff.
Damn.
Huge event down there, and they're taking us backstage, like into the hangar. All these people haven't seen, any of this aircraft stuff and all that. And it was crazy. I'm like, this is just at our 6-month mark of doing that. Cause that was
Look
the
at
other
you, man. Like, you found your groove. You found your niche to where you can actually, like you said, in 6 months, you had a goal. You put a goal out there, and now you're like, wow, this is way past what I was trying to hit at 6 months.
Crushed it. Yeah, we crushed it. Well, that was the thing is we do socials, networking events at different veteran-owned businesses, not only to highlight that veteran business, but then bring together the veteran community and the local community. Because I don't care who comes to our events. I don't give a crap what do you identify as, what your politics are. I don't leave all that crap out the door. We're here to help support each other and learn about it and just have a freaking good time.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, man, we're packing out places like where we're going. We'll be from coffee houses, insurance agencies. We're at this place called Dart Wars, which is like laser tag, but with Nerf guns.
Oh, shit.
It's owned by a retired combat controller over there. And then, we had like We were up Boston, Pennsylvania, 2 in Pennsylvania, Fayetteville, over at Fort Bragg, Fayetteville, Utah, and then in 2 weeks we're gonna be in St. Louis. We had a whole bunch of other scheduled for like down in Texas and California, but then COVID happened.
And that's just been killing a lot of things. Yeah, the whole COVID thing has been killing a lot of things.
These visual to your mind, sit back, relax, and feel the vibe. I think about what I'm going through. I wouldn't be nothing without my guy. Gotta keep my eyes on the prize. I struggle and strive to survive. I'm just trying to make it. Gotta stay strong because these times so hard. And if you gon' stay loyal right now, I'm chilling with my squad. You see me protecting myself with this gap. You know it's hard to stay alive. Been taking for me for so long, but now I'm baby claim was my